Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Without a Wire, where we explore everything a smart home can throw at you. In today's video, with Eskom announcing another 61 days of rolling blackouts, and then just after that, in this week, announcing another 100 days to the end of the year, or perhaps 100 days for the winter, I thought I'll take you through a tour of some power solutions or some backup solutions that I can share with you that you can use at home. I thought I'll walk you through some solutions you might be interested in, even some off-the-grid solutions where you can still keep some of your automation alive during a rolling blackout or during a power outage. So let's see what's in store for this video. So let's see. First up, a new type of battery that I found online. If you would want to watch the video on this battery, I made a video on this, also in the link in the description below. This is a new lithium-ion battery that you can use as a replacement in your UPS. I've tested it out in one of my previous videos. When compared to its competition, a gel battery or a lead acid battery, both new batteries, first time rundown, the lead acid battery lasted about an hour and a half and this one lasted 3 hours. The difference is the gel and lead acid batteries, if they work hard for the first few power backups, the battery deteriorates and your backup duration diminishes. I bought some of the gel batteries in a video also explaining the difference between lead acid and gel, replaced gel batteries into all my UPSs. It's a year later now and I'm down from a 4-hour backup to half an hour. Also the charging cycles, lead acid will give you 5 to 800, gel will also give you 5 to 800. These batteries are certified for 1,000 charging cycles, and if you discharge them to 80%, you will get 2,000 cycles out of them, and on 50% you may even get 5,000 cycles out of them. The other difference between these batteries and lead acid or gel is that these batteries are charging quite quick, much quicker than your gel or lead acid batteries. Your gel or lead acid may take about 4 hours to fully charge, whereas these ones 90 minutes to 2 hours and your battery is fully charged. They also retain power much better, so their life cycle would be much longer. This battery also have a 2-year warranty, whereas the lead acid and gel batteries does not have any warranties whatsoever. So if you would want to replace your UPS or gate motor or alarm system, you want to replace the batteries, these are a bit pricey, but I would recommend going for these because you would get your money's worth out of these batteries. During my search for backup power solutions, I also found these DC UPSs. This one is a Mercer UPS. It has a built-in lithium-ion battery. It looks like 2 AA batteries that's running in the side here. And before you plug it in, there's a little plastic isolator that you need to pull out before starting to charge this. It's a 3,500 milliamp battery, and it supports 12 volt all the way up to 2.1 amps. It's quite impressive and it does last that long. It will give you 300 minutes backup on 12 volt 1 amp, and it will give you 2 hours backup on 12 volt 2 amps. And most of my routers and access points in the house runs on 12 volt 2 amps, and I do get 2 hours out of these. So this is a nice solution when you don't have space for a bigger UPS, or you don't have space for batteries, or even as I do, I run these on top of a normal UPS so that I've got a secondary power backup, especially for my internet. It also comes with a set of adapters, but you can always go buy an adapter that fits your device. The adapter that comes with it will fit most routers, but I found that I had to go buy adapters that actually fits my Samsung SmartThings. Let's take a look at lighting. I've tested out quite a few of these light bulbs, as you can see. we've got Acrylics, we've got bonus, and we've got a no-name one. These light bulbs are LED and they range from 4 watt to 9 watt with a built-in battery. And when you have a power outage or rolling blackouts, these light bulbs work like a normal light bulb. You can still just switch it on at the wall and the light bulb will carry on providing you light for anything from 2 to 4 hours depending on which one you want. If you would like some mobility with these lights, you can charge up a few of them. They take between 5 and 10 hours to charge up depending on the make and model of these globes. But you can also become a little bit mobile, so charge up a few of these, take a tumbler glass, fill it up with water just to complete the circuit here at the bottom, put it in the glass, and you have a light that you can carry around with you in your house. My experience with these light bulbs is that the no-name ones, although they advertise for 3 to 4 hours backup, they normally fade away around about 2 hours and they don't make as much light anymore. The more expensive ones like the bonus and the Acrylics ones, they do in fact last their 3 to 4 hours without losing any light. So if you go for these light bulbs with the built-in battery, I would suggest go for the medium range ones. They normally range from about 59 Rand for the no-name ones to about 130 Rand for your top of the range ones. So I would suggest go for the middle class ones. The Acrylics ones, they will still give you the same performance as the more expensive ones, but if you are on a budget, you can also settle for the cheaper ones and just charge up a few more of those. Shopping around online for some lighting solutions that you can use during load shedding or rolling blackouts or power outage, I found these 5 volt 5 watt light bulbs, and they are quite bright. Connecting them to any USB power source like a DC UPS or maybe even a power bank. Now these lights come in very handy when you are running out of power and you need mobility, or even for camping or off-site. So these lights are a great alternative to the previous ones that I showed you. I also keep a few of these in my car with power banks, so that if I travel somewhere and we have a power outage or a rolling blackout and load shedding, I can also use these to provide me with some lights. You can also use these with DC UPSs, where you can connect it to a constant power source and even automate the lighting in your house with that as a backup. Let's see how it works. So I got two power banks, 30,000 milliamp power banks, and it's quite simple. You just plug it into the power bank, switch it on, and as you can see, it's quite bright and will make enough light for when you need it. In automating these, I would actually pair these up with the Sonoff Micros. So this is a Sonoff Micro. It's basically a USB type B, male, female on the other side, with a built-in relay where you can do certain automations to switch the lights on and off, or to charge something when you need to, or whatever your use for these would be. So what I did is I would plug these into the power banks, and wait for them to connect. I pre-configured them. There's also a previous video on my channel looking at the uses of the Sonoff Micro, so you can go watch that. I'll leave it in the link in the description below. But let's say I would simulate a power outage, and one of these would be my porch light and the other one would be my study light. If you don't want these to run all the time, you can also make use of a load shedding detector, a nifty little device that I found online where it senses where your power is coming through. The sensor connects to both your Eskom power or your power supplier and a UPS or inverter or whatever backup power solution you might have in place. It detects where the power source comes from and will then let you know whether you are experiencing a power outage or not. Based on that trigger, you can then enable these offline solutions or the alternative power solutions to start replacing your ordinary home automation. So my porch light is connected to a sunset sunrise trigger, and will switch on at sunset and switch off at sunrise. And my study has a motion sensor, which I would simulate with a contact sensor for the purpose of this exercise. So let's see how it works. So let's simulate the porch light with some pre-configured routines that I set up with Alexa. Alexa, sunset. So that would be my porch light, and my light would still go on with an independent power source like a power bank or DC UPS. And when the sun rises in the morning and your power bank is strong enough to carry the light throughout the night, say Alexa, sunrise. It will switch off the light. Okay, so let's simulate walking into the study. As I walk into the study, the motion sensor picks me up and the light goes on. And when I walk out and the motion sensor stops picking up motion, it will switch the light back off. So these are simple automations that you can still run in your house during a power outage, provided that you have some backup for your routers or your internet. If you would like to know where to buy all these gadgets, I would leave a link in the description below where you can find each one of these devices covered in this video. Thanks so much for watching, and if you liked the video, please give it a like and hit subscribe, and also ding that bell icon if you want to get notifications of future video content. If you would like to contribute to this channel, you can make a once-off donation to my PayPal, or you can join the Patreon campaign. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.